Music is divided into equal parts by bar lines, which look something like this. And in between these bar lines is something called a measure, or bar. So if we count, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 measures or bars. And of course, at the end of the music, there's always a double bar line. Now that you know these parts, we can move on to the next part. The next part is all about time signatures. And time signatures always appear at the beginning of the music after the clef. And it looks something like this. That right there is a time signature. So, what is a time signature and what does it tell you? Well, there's a top number, and the top number tells you how many beats are in a measure. And the bottom number tells you what type of note receives one beat. So in this example here, 4/4 time signature, you have 4 beats in a measure, and that a quarter note gets 1 beat. Keeping that in mind, we're going to look over how we count music. In this time signature, if we have quarter notes, in one measure, we would count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, because one quarter note gets 1 beat. It's that easy. If we look at half notes, they would look something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4 in a measure, because a half note has 2 beats. 2 beats plus 2 beats is 4 beats. And finally, if we take a look at whole notes, if in a measure we have 4 beats in a measure, there will only be one whole note because it has 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how we count simply for 4/4 time signatures. So I have here 2 questions that we will go over. The first one says, draw bar lines and stems on the appropriate notes so that there are 4 beats in a measure. So let's go ahead and draw the bar lines first. 4/4, of course, means that there are 4 beats in a measure. So let's just start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a double bar line there. So that's all finished. The next step is asking us to draw the stems. So, what note can you think of that has 2 beats? Well, it's a half note. And because it is above the 3rd line here, the stem goes down. another 2-beat note, which is a half note. It's below the third line, so the stem goes up. Here we have a note for each beat, so that means that we have quarter notes. A middle line note, remember, can go up or down. So let's go down. But you can also go up, so I'll draw something like that. This one is also a quarter note. It goes up, the stem goes up, and the stem goes down here because it's above the third line. This note over here, there's only one in a measure, so what note can you think of that has 4 beats? Well, it's a whole note, so we don't have to do anything to that one. And finally, the last one, 1-beat note, 1-beat note. And then this is a 2-beat note, which means it's a half note. And there we go, we're finished. So, on to the next question. Write the time signature and fill in the missing beats by adding only 1 note per measure. So I see that there are 4 beats in a measure here. So that means it is 4/4 time signature. Now we can write in the missing beats by adding a note. So half note, 1, 2, 3, only one thing will fit here, which is a quarter note. Here we have 1, 2, and we can only add 1 more note. So we have to think of some note that has 2 beats, and that is another half note. And you can draw it anywhere on the staff for this question. 1, 2, and we can only draw 1 note per measure, so I need another half note. 3, 4, and 1 note for a measure. Well, let's just add a whole note because it has 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there you go. You're finished that question as well. Hopefully this all makes sense, and I will see you in the next lesson. Bye.